self-awareness of how you best enjoy communicating, and that allows you to make the most content. Written word, audio, or video. Starts there.
And then once you've done that self-assessment, let's say it's written and video.
Yep, then you make at scale.
And if you're not able to sign up for Vayner Talent,
you do it on your phone.
Just do it on your phone.
That's what I do.
Yep.
Every day.
Just every day do it on the phone and post it.
I did it for 8 years. I didn't have a single person on my team.
And you post it. So you just wake up every morning, do a video,
Just
and
wrote tweets on Twitter.
just put it on Twitter. And
I had a flip cam. Remember those things? Just like set it up and be like, hey, I'm all right. All starts the same way, right? It's all the same shit, right? Oh, we don't have the amps and the guitars to be like you guys. I'm like, they didn't either. They were a garage band. They had a shitty thing they bought at a garage sale and went to guitar store. Oh, we don't have I can't be like Steven Spielberg. Steven Spielberg had a shitty fucking camera and made background movies. Like, it's all the same shit. You don't need an Equinox membership to work out. You can go outside and Dio does that kind of random, jump on fucking buildings or something. I don't know. Everybody uses an excuse. If you can write, you've won everything on your phone. Go write your point of view on the current job market to millennials on LinkedIn right now as a blog post, right now. Actually, you know what? I want to add that. I want to add that to 4Ds. Okay. I want to add to 4Ds a forced moment of 15 minutes for people to actually make a piece of content on the spot. Especially on the two that are organic reach, LinkedIn and TikTok. I like that.
And how much time do you spend doing personal content development out of your...
What do you think, you two? What you got? How much time do I spend?
On a daily basis?
Yeah.
Developing his own personal content and...
An hour, 30 minutes maybe, less.
Yeah. You do it like first thing in the morning?
I write everything. Every single tweet you see, I wrote that. Every single piece of copy, all the written words under an Instagram post, that's me. I post every single Instagram post.
I would say maximum 40 minutes.
And do you have a habit? Do you do it morning?
Think about that. Think about the fact that I'm at, think about 40. Yeah, just like, think about 40 minutes though. Like, there's not no executive's doing that. It is the single most important thing in the world. Communication is the only thing left. Everything else is getting commoditized.
How about events? You talked about events for them.
Yeah, I think you start with the podcast because it gives you permission to do events. Once you have 400 listeners, when you promote your own event on the podcast and then 12 people RSVP, you're like, holy shit, people are listening. Start with the podcast. Do that. It will work. Put that flag in the ground first. Cold email. You know how fun it's gonna be to fly home and cold email the 50 people that you wish that they knew who you are, and now the email says, I'd love to have you on our podcast. You're gonna get yeses. It's crazy. Where are you at with TikTok?
First time, 1 viral video so far.
How much are you posting?
Every day.
How much? One? More. Listen to me. Because you guys already won on this, 4 a day. All you're doing last time, a year ago, was buying up underpriced real estate. And you were doing that on Instagram when it was already 4 or 5 years into the knowledge that Beverly Hills or Malibu or Manhattan was gonna be good. You just bought Manhattan in 1954 instead of 1898. TikTok is 1898.
I'm trying.
Good, try more. I mean it, because you can't get that moment back. You can't buy Facebook pre-IPO back. You could buy it when it was $20 on Wall Street, but that was already not $3 like I got it.
And we're feeling it right now too. You can see it on the
dude,
platform.
it's crazy.
Dude, I'm telling you, I know what I'm talking. This is the one thing that will keep me relevant until the day I die. I understand underpriced organic attention of the consumers of the world wildly better than most people on earth. I keep saying it loud. And LinkedIn for multiple, you've got to post on LinkedIn 4 times a day. It will work. It's free reach. I don't know what else to say. There's nothing more. This is actually unbelievable timing. I had Brandon, who runs Wine Library, so we have this wine text thing. It's really working. And so obviously I feel very confident in our digital capabilities to grow the list. But I'm like, I'm always checking myself. I'm like, I wonder what's going on with traditional costs. New York Times was one of the biggest ways I built my dad's business. National New York Times ads on Wednesday. Is today Wednesday? Yep. On Wednesdays in the dining section. National dining section, full page ad, Wine Library, huge. I'm like, okay, that used to be $42,000 for a full page ad. I bet you it's like 20,000. I wonder if I should run one just to really have any feel whatsoever to how print does in 2020. I'm like, Brandon, call the Times, find out how much it costs. He calls me back yesterday, he's like, hey, got the pricing. I'm like, all right, I was like excited. I was like, how much is it? He's like, 46,000. I like literally, I'm like in Chicago, 2 days ago, I'm like, wait a minute, it's gone up 10%? He's like, yeah. I'm like, these fuckers. How the fuck is a full page print ad up 10% in cost from 1998? When there was no internet to have your attention. Anyway, nonetheless, TikTok 4 times a day. It will
We're
be
doing events, by the way.
love. Yeah, I mean that's.
I was gonna ask you what do you think of it because it's crazy.
I'm obsessed.
200-300 people come out and they're diehards like fuck nice.
Yeah, more.
You think they're good?
Yeah, I
Pretty
do.
much just break
I love real life. I love real life. I'll give you another one. You want to really get value out of events? Spend the extra money to do something crazy that everybody wants to take a photo with.
That's a good idea.
You see where I'm going? Spend like an extra, now it's break even, charge a little more, and then buy a $4,000 like 800 foot.
I mean, we're okay with even losing money on these.
I bet you, because it's branding, you're smart. So like, the number one thing that I love about real life is the Instagram photo. Because now you're taking 300 people and they're building you the awareness up to 6,000 people. And if you give them the ammo for the ridiculous photo, you win.
I love that.
I wouldn't even think of that.
Well, that's why I keep coming back.
Yeah, exactly.
So if I'm doing this as like a
Side hustle.
Yeah.
Great.
So if I'm trying to, got some feedback on this earlier. If I don't necessarily want to be a brand, is it better to create like a company brand or create some kind of a character?
Did you want to, real quick, did you want to sneak anything out since you're leaving?
That was my biggest question. Yeah.
Did it hit?
Unbelievably, which is part of why I gotta go.
So do me a favor, do me a favor on that. Like, one of the proudest, I'm very good at doing what comes natural to me at a 40, not a 10. But I was also very good at what didn't come natural to me to do at a 0. That's why I failed school. Like I've come to learn I was more than smart enough to probably get C's, but I got F's. I was really good at completely punting, something I wasn't good at. The proudest thing that ever happened in my life at this point from a personal standpoint, forget about kids and stuff like that, was when I recognized at 38 and a half that I needed to get serious about my health. The fact that I then turned that into not what I first thought in the plane, which is at 40, I'll get serious, on my 40th birthday, I'll start, and then within 2 hours of that flight, started literally the next day, is kind of what I want to inspire you to do, which is the only way this good moment means anything is if you actually put it directly into practice, even though it doesn't come natural, because you're doing what comes natural. So give that some thought, like really push whatever tricks you to do it. If you don't want to be the personal brand, right?
Right. I'm a little limited right now.
Of course. The question is, what brand do you build? Is that what you're asking?
Yeah. I'm just curious. Do I start branding like as a company, or I've thought about just kind of creating some kind of a character?
What kind of character? Talk. I like it. What kind of character?
Like a Western type.
Like
character.
You acting as it?
No.
Animation?
No.
Hiring somebody?
Person or animation? Yeah.
Animation I love because Mickey Mouse is a lot easier to control than Susan Sarandon.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I'm a big fan of animation, like a big one, and I actually think it's one of the big white spaces in social marketing right now. Like I'm probably gonna create a augmented reality character that's gonna start showing up in all my content. It's a big conversation we're having right now. And then he'll be just like he wears Goosebumps, he'll be wearing like my virtual dog that always barks when people do dumb shit. And then everybody's gonna think it's cool, and I'm gonna sell stickers and plush toys and barky bark.
And then, like, to piggyback off of their question, if I was gonna do some kind of an event, even just because I wanted.
Talk to me where we're at right now. in the side hustle? You've made stuff?
Yeah, stuff is in production currently.
Yep.
But we haven't.
And who's we? A theoretical we, or are you partners?
No, I have. It's my wife and I, and then
Awesome.
I've hired somebody to help me kind of navigate the fashion industry as a side hustle. And she has a lot of experience with this technical fabrics, this type of stuff, design, and everything.
Awesome.
So just to try and like
Get off the
leverage my
ground.
time.
Yeah. I'm gonna make this very simple. Your job is so simple and extremely hard. You have to make people aware of it and compel them to buy it. Right? You're gonna sell it on your own website?
Yeah.
So right away, that has extra friction that a lot of people right now don't want. Right? Because this is why Amazon and other places, like people don't want to put their credit card into shit. It's like even though they have automatic fill out, like this is where like people don't understand how powerful convenience is. That's why the Apple credit card thing is really interesting to me. Like it's just friction. Like I would be more likely to buy your product if I could just like not fill out anything. And that's like where this is all going, right? So anyway, nonetheless, you have to build brand. The reason I get obsessed with LinkedIn and TikTok is you don't have unlimited funds, so you need to be most efficient. There's two ways to do it. One, you win on art or you win on math, right? Math is you had the kind of background, I'm making up this scenario. You come from financial services, so you're grounded in math and you become incredible at Facebook and Instagram arbitrage, and your CAC is under your LTV and you're just crushing it. You're one of those guys, right? It doesn't even matter about that much about the marketing. It's just that you're so good at buying the ads and it's converting so well and you're not underwater and you're happy. Or you're in the art stuff, which is like you understand how to make the creative that actually gets people, like Dollar Shave Club was an execution of art, not of math, even though it was a classic DTC brand that is completely built on normally being reliant on math. So this is why I think people will forever follow me, because if they keep just doing what I'm doing and layer their own self-awareness on it to know which part they can and can't do, it's great that you know that, like you've decided for yourself, maybe because of your other business, your job, or maybe just who you are as a human, I don't want to be the front. The good news is that is not a requirement at all. There are far more brands that are winning than personal brands. So it's more common for that. I think influencer marketing is a beast for you. Like, I don't think people understand how apparel really works. Like, you're one person deciding to wear it away from doing more for your business than 9,000 other executions. So I think that's a very heavy place to focus on. But a lot of the rest of what 4Ds was about has laid out for you the game. The number one reason people go out of business is they're romantic about the thing that got them there. Yep, I understand that.
Yeah. And then on building the brand, this podcast thing.
It's real for you.
Because you could just market to.
You know how everybody's like, oh, my company's got a purpose and we're doing things for, like, you know how everybody, that's, you know, now we've got to all be woke and amazing people. So every fucking startup is like, we give back $1 to the rainforest, or we really give a fuck about snails in Portugal, or like we care about people with hangnails. Like everyone's got to have something. I actually think the right way to do that is to actually have a content arm of every business that acts like a complete church and state editorial. I predict that in 15 years, every single business will have an editor-in-chief who cannot be touched by anybody. If you had a content arm that had no intent of it being a top of the my friends, the reason I believe I win is because when I make content, there is absolutely no thought of how it trickles down to these moments.